explained how like
6.
it was explained to me that, you know, and I'll just use like the martial art aspect of it. You know, you have a demon hand to protect, not to be evil or to hurt or to destroy or to make someone suffer. It's to protect. But you have the Buddha hand as well for compassion
And healing.
for healing and understanding. And you can't have one without the other. If you have too much of this, then it's not it's not Waisho yet. And I was just like, wow, that makes sense. And for some reason, ever since I found out about it and heard about it, like I try to live by that, like to know that, you know, one side of me is to make sure I protect not only for myself but for the others, and the other part is to also heal, to have compassion. And I know I've noticed, especially on my path, I have a way more empathy, way more compassion than I do as far as protecting and as far as learn. Like I think that's one reason I'm in martial arts, to know and to learn how to protect. I've seen so much people get hurt by, you know, that aspect, internally from their own pain and in externally. And I just wish, you know, the world can see that, you know, you can't have one without the other. And sometimes it feels like right now what we're living in, we have way more of that than we do of compassion and empathy. And it's like how to find the balance between the two. Yeah.
We're working towards there. I mean, part of human is that balance, adjustment, and recalibration. Calibration and recalibrate. You know, it's just like the GPS. In 500 feet, turn left, and then it's like recalculating. We're always recalculating our levels of understanding, our levels of exertion, a level of tolerance, endurance, offense, defense, offense, defense. Okay. The other thing is when you guys go into the Thai forest tradition, especially Ajahn Chah and Ajahn Mun, and the practice. Okay, so why Bree sleep on the floor? Feel the suffering of the floor.
Yeah.
The suffering of eating once a day. The suffering of like mosquito getting you and you can't kill them. All these little small practices of endurance and tolerance helps you tolerate and endure psychological pain and physical pain and suffering. That's what it was meant to do. The precepts and into the depth of the practice and the magnitude and the potency of the practice prepares you for that, so that you no longer have preference anymore. Preference or complaints anymore, because you've been through some of the most rigorous complaints, the most rigorous training. That's why it's a training, because regular humans complain about the smallest things ever. I can't believe it's too cold in here. I can't believe it's too hot in here. Whereas look at those monks in Tibet. You don't see them have the luxury of this is summer robes and this is winter robes. They're all pretty much the same robes, and they look pretty thin to me. Because when they walk, you just watch how the robes are moving, and it looks pretty thin. But they learn how to endure, and plus they don't have money anyways to invest into winter robes or whatever they want to call it. And this is really thick wool. The sabong is going to be wool. The angsa or the outers, the G1, that's the G1, is going to be wool. Ain't nobody got wool.
I got wool money.
So the other thing is that I want you all to like really look into the Theravadan practices, and especially Ajahn Mun, and Ajahn Chah, how they like endured eating and malaria without medicine. I think the last thing that Ajahn Mun was very sick, and he basically used samadhi, meditation on the breath, to get over his physical ailments by actually he literally scientifically explaining, and this is me talking my opinion, medical opinion, is that he was able to reprogram his cells to heal itself, literally heal itself, and killing bacteria inside of his body. Lack of Western pharmacology in the latest, which I'm going to send to you. I'm going to find it in my history, in my YouTube, and send it to you, Ajahn Mun. And when you hear it, you're like, whoa. And some of the quotes that he says about how you should conquer life. Them quotes gonna make me sit and write it down into my journal and repeat it over and over again to internalize the warrior's creed, the Theravadan warrior's creed, led by like 6-star general Ajahn Man. They don't even call him Ajahn anymore. He is now Acharya Man, which is higher, like now like saint. Acharya.
Been an arahant yet?
Oh, he's past. He's past.
He's way past.
He cultivated more than 30 arahants under him.
Ah, yeah.
Nonetheless, he himself, so they call him Acharya, which is super noble. Super noble. But like, if I can just pull it up here real quick, just the history. Some of the quotes that they were able to cite and recite, I was like, oh my God. Wow. Right here.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you'll get your first month free when you join today. Sign up for just $1 down, $24.99 a month, and
Let me find some of them.
In 1893, a newly ordained monk in the Dutanga forest tradition of Theravada Buddhism personally
Here, right here.
dominate everyone else in the family, something which just isn't possible to achieve. Such arrogance spreads and rages, singeing others until everyone is scarred. Even worse, they want to exert their influence over everyone else in the world, which is as impossible as trying to hold back the ocean with your... The diversity of internal and external phenomena that can be involved with samadhi is limitless. The perception of them being limited only by each individual's natural inclinations. Those so inclined will naturally perceive such phenomena, and nothing can prevent them from doing so. All discussions Mun carried out with the Devas were done through the universal language of all intelligent beings, the language of the heart. While we often think of this as psychic and telepathic, we should amend these from time to time to telepath everything with it. So you...
This is another good one right here.
to meet it. You are constantly worried about what you will eat and how you will sleep and how you will keep yourself entertained, as if the world were about to vanish at any moment and take everything with it. So you rush around storing up such a mass of useless stuff that you can hardly lug it around. Even animals don't indulge themselves to that extent, so you shouldn't assume that you are so much more exalted and clever than they are.
Oh, that's
The
beautiful.
battlefield for conquering the Kalisas
here it
exists
is.
within each individual who practices with wisdom, faith, and perseverance as weapons for fighting his way to freedom. It is the heart alone that engenders all misjudgment and all wisdom, so you should not focus your attention outside of yourself. Since they are constantly active, pay close attention to your actions, speech, and thoughts to determine what kind of results they produce. During Acharyaman's stay in Chengdao Cave at the top of a mountain, he encountered a Naga who dwelled there, recognizing other people's faults, even when they really are wrong, merely serves to increase your own irritation and to put you in a bad mood. If you were a human being, you'd probably be incapable of living in normal society. You'd see the world as one big garbage dump and yourself as pure solid gold. Such feelings of alienation are due to emotional turmoil caused by your hypercritical attitude, which gives you no peace. I'm not the one who suffers from your criticism. It is your own emotional health that's adversely affected. For a long time, Acharyaman tried to teach the Naga to correct its actions, and the effort of the Naga to bring itself under control.
This is
brief
a Ajahn
study
Man. This is a
into the
picture
life
of him.
modern ascetic
Yeah, I have
sage,
him in
with
the
his passion of
figure.
spiritual warrior,
Yeah.
leaving us to take action in our
That man
lives
was
to
no joke.
immediately uproot our defilements and cultivate true progress. That's how a true warrior in battle with pain gets the job done. Don't complain about the enemy's overwhelming numbers. Just dig in and fight them all to the limit of your strength and ability without flinching. Never withdraw your forces. Never accept defeat. Never let the enemy stomp on you while you're down. We within the circle of practice must be warriors. It is no use complaining how extremely painful an illness is.